Roger here from Big Fat Simulations, showing off my latest creation, Airport Madness 3D Volume 2. It's a lot like the first volume, but we've got 8 new airports, plus some shiny new airplanes, paint jobs, and some new features such as career mode. So I'm going to warn you in advance, the commentary in this video is not exactly what you'd call electrifying. I'm going to be busy controlling airplanes, and sometimes I'm going to forget what I was talking about. So feel free to just turn that volume knob down, or play your music, or listen, whatever you want to do. I'm going to San Francisco, and I'm going to play my favorite runway layout, the 10s and the 19s. I'm going to play Time Trial, which is 15 minutes long. And here we are in San Francisco, and it's a beautiful day. And what I've got here are 6 aircraft on the apron, and they're all waiting for me to do something. And I've got an arrival coming in for runway 19 right. It's an Airbus 380. To the cockpit. There we go. Coming into San Francisco. Okay, back to tower. I'm going to get these airplanes taxiing as quickly as I can to my favorite runway, which is 10 right. And in fact, rather than clicking on them individually, I'm going to cheat and click on the ground radar, which is an even faster way to taxi my departures. The reason why I choose runway 10 right is because it is the closest runway to the terminal, and it's the fastest way to get departures going. So that's what I like to do. I like to depart on 10 right and land on 10 left if I can. And if I think of it, I'll change the runway assignments of arriving aircraft. But in Airport Madness, they come at random, and if you're not paying attention, if you're busy talking, if you're busy making a video, you're not going to catch some of these things. In San Francisco, in reality, it works nothing like this. Most aviation freaks know that San Francisco is famous for their coupled approaches. Pardon me. In San Francisco, the arrival controller will pair up 2 arrivals to land simultaneously on parallel runways. And at the same time, the tower controller will depart 2 airplanes off of the crossing parallel runways in perfect succession. So the idea is you land 2, you depart 2, land 2, depart 2, and it's a heck of a way to move traffic. Unless, of course, it's foggy, like this. This makes it a little more difficult. And when it gets foggy in San Francisco in real life, that's when they implement something called flow control, which basically means everybody gets to wait a little while. Oops. Back to reality here. I want my sunshine back. A lot of people have been asking me to add some reality to this game. Can you make it more realistic? Can there be VFR aircraft? Can there be aircraft canceling IFR? Can there be a variety of things, coordination with other controllers? And I can most certainly create all of that, but it's a tough sell. And when I got my start with Big Fat Simulations 10 years ago, I made a radar simulation that I'm still proud of. It was pretty realistic, but it was almost impossible to play. There was a 20-page instruction manual, and even with that, it was still kind of confusing. Excuse me, I'm going to get this airplane moving quick. I want to thread the needle here. I have this aircraft depart in between these 2 arrivals, and I'm going to do the same thing with this next one. And I'm going to change this aircraft to runway 10 left. Let's see how this is looking. I've landed 1, I'm departing 1, I'm landing 1, and then I'm going to depart 1. This is looking pretty good. It's almost as if I've played this game before a few times. I've probably played about 5,000 hours of Airport Madness in total. That's not looking too good. Oops. Well, some people are a lot better than I am. When I look at the high scores, I'm always amazed. I'll have a really good session and I'll think, wow, I'm going to show those people how you move airplanes. And then I'll look at someone's score and I'll see that they've got twice as high a score as I do. And it's a little humbling. And oh boy, I've got a timed intersection. Excuse me, folks. I got to do some controlling here for a second. I'm going to tell this 747 to punch it, because there's a 787 landing on the crossing, and that is really close. Go, 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 go! Sweep! Oh, it's close. That is absolutely illegal. In real life, you've got to have the aircraft through the intersection before the next arrival crosses the threshold. Kind of a rule. Okay, what's going on here? It looks like I got a bit of a traffic jam. That would be a bug, ladies and gentlemen. I will get on that with the next version. There's always plenty of bugs to go around. I remember when I launched my first Airport Madness, it was Airport Madness 1. Oh, hurry. Airport Madness 1, I was absolutely horrified when I started getting emails from people telling me that there were bugs in the released version. My heart stopped. But I've since realized that it's really no big deal. I mean, bugs are going to happen. Look at this. Look at that. Coupled approach. It's just beautiful. Yeah, straighten out. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side. That's just great. So when I launch a game, I know full well there's going to be bugs. I launched this game knowing there were going to be problems. I launched thinking it was perfect, but knowing that it probably isn't. And even though I've got a great group of testers, which is approximately 5 or 6 active people, even with them and me playing hundreds and hundreds of hours of Airport Madness 3D Volume 2, I ultimately need the help of thousands to play the game and find all the little problems. Have I got time to cross this 747? Probably not. When in doubt, wait. When in doubt, wait it out. But I just launched an update a few days ago, version 1.010, and I think this is going to be a fairly stable product across all platforms. So we're on Steam now, we're on Google Play, and we're on Apple iTunes, and the Mac App Store, and of course my very own website. Excuse me, I'm going to change runways here. I hate landing on 10 right when 10 right is used exclusively for departures. Things just tend to kind of log jam when I do that. Let's get these both going. Here's something I'd like to show off to you. Skycam is a feature that's not new. It's been in Airport Madness 3D for a year and a half. But I've created a new flight mode, which I'm kind of proud of. It's good for taking videos. It's not good if you don't know how to fly. You have to kind of have a general sense of how to control an airplane. Yay! And it's a great way to do some captures of airport traffic. So, back to reality, back to my little tower cam. Let's line up this aircraft. Get some of these aircraft that are patiently waiting. We'll get them taxiing. This is what happens when you're busy talking. This is what happens when you're busy making a video. Airplanes tend to kind of accumulate. So what have I got going on here? I'm going to change this aircraft's runway to runway 10 left. Tell that Dash 8 to go fast. Tell the MD-11 to slow down so that it works. An MD-11 is going to be much faster than a Dash 8, so how are we doing here? We've got a Dash 8 landing on 10 left, and they're going to have to actually slow down. They are going to come dangerously close to my A380, but I think it's going to work. I just crossed this MD-80 at the end of the runway and I'd forgotten that I just launched an MD-80. So I'm kind of hoping this works out. Looks like it's going to be alright. Yeah, it's going to be just fine. Okay, let's keep it moving. There's another 10 right arrival. Let's put them over to 10 left. Expedite off. Airport Madness 3D is Volume 2 now has a new feature called Cross 2, which is currently only used at San Francisco. I might implement it at Chicago O'Hare, but it's really handy because when I was testing San Francisco a few months back, I was horrified at just how much clicking I was doing. It was just all about crossing airplanes everywhere, and it wasn't fun. So the Cross 2 button removes a lot of that unnecessary clicking. So what's going on here? I've got a Dash 8 landing on 10 right still, because I messed up the runway change. Dash 8 landing on 19 right. 2 aircraft waiting to cross. We'll get them going. Good planes. I'm doing great. I feel great. Alright, so I'm going to tell this MD-80 to cross 2 runways. And I got time to launch a couple of airplanes here. And I have to do some runway changes here. I'm going to land this airplane, depart 2 airplanes. What's happening to the road? I'm going to speed the MD-80 up. It looks like it's being overtaken slightly by a 737. Tell these aircraft to cross. Keep crossing. How am I doing here? 4 minutes left, and I've got a total of 34 movements, 34 takeoffs and landings combined. I'm always humbled when I look at the high scores because as the author of this game, you would think that I'd be the best, or maybe I'd know some secrets, some little tricks, but I don't think I've ever had the highest score in any of my games. And every now and then I get educated. Somebody will find a way to cheat the system. They'll pull up every airplane and they'll do something that's crazy, insane, and they'll get a high score as a result of it. I really don't know what I'm going to make next. The original thought process was that I'd make 3 or 4 of these volumes, but people are telling me they like this game, but the sense I'm getting is that maybe I ought to make something a little more real. And one thing I'd love to make is Airport Madness Pro. What is that? I don't even know what that is yet. I don't even know what it is, but I do know that it has to be made. People will die for Airport Madness Pro. They'll want that. And so I envision something that's a giant leap towards reality. But it'll never be completely real, because real involves waiting 25 minutes for an aircraft to taxi from the gate to the departure runway. And I just don't see that being fun. It's fun in real life. It's a super fun job. And as I've mentioned before, I am a real-world air traffic controller. It's a great job. I brag it's the best job in the world. But to make a video game out of it, you've got to speed it up, because people just don't have that kind of attention span. Speaking of attention span, looks like I've forgotten all about my airplanes here. Got a whole bunch of them accumulating. You might have noticed at the top left corner of the screen there's this thing that says traffic rate, and it seems to change all by itself, and that's correct. It adjusts the traffic rate based on how well I'm flying. If I'm moving planes quickly and nobody's being delayed, the traffic rate goes up to as high as 10. But if I'm struggling, it will help me out, and it'll bring the traffic rate down for me. So as you can see, I've gotten these airplanes moving, and the traffic rate's gone back up magically. Have I got time to depart another airplane? Nope, I've got one landing on 10 now. I can see on my ground radar there's a red aircraft, meaning they're ready for taxi. I could have sworn I told this MD-80 to cross 2 runways. Could be a bug, let me watch that. Okay, another aircraft landing on 10 right. See, if I wasn't so busy talking to you folks, I would have remembered to change the active runway of these arriving aircraft. And I might have increased my score slightly. Oh well, safety first, right folks? I'm actually quite impressed I've gone 15 minutes without a single crash. Okay, there's only precious seconds left. I've got to move airplanes as quickly as I can. Clear for takeoff. think that's it. I don't think I'm going to get another airplane at the time. No, I think that's it. We'll see what my score looks like in a moment here. I'm going to try to do more videos like this, little walkthroughs. I'll try different levels. I see a lot of other people doing it, and that was not my favorite. I see a lot of other people making videos of my games, and I don't do very much. I kind of hate the sound of my own voice. But I'm going to try and do that. I think it might be kind of nice for people to hear the author of the game playing his game and sucking very badly at it. There we go. 5 seconds left. How many airplanes have I moved now? What's that? Almost 60? 50? Yeah, that's it. Time's up. How did I do? 46 airplanes. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see how I ranked. Let's put in my name. 46 planes. That's most certainly going to be the best score ever. Not even close. Not even close. The day's high score is 69 planes on this particular level. And that, in fact, is the all-time high score for this level. So there you go. Checking on my local high scores and my career stats, it shows I'm qualified at San Francisco. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to make more of these, I promise, and we'll see you then.